Blues News. Blues News. Okay, so yeah, we got to talk about something in the news this week. We got to talk again about this Mr. Joshua Mhlakela. Hopefully this will be the last time I have to talk about this guy because he's really starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so if you've been with me, I've actually talked about him now twice on two different podcasts as we've been talking about the rapture. And so this is the guy that back in, I guess it's about a month ago now, or even longer ago, he came out and just started telling everybody that Jesus Christ himself came to him and told him that Jesus was going to rapture his church on September 23rd. And so this has just started a firestorm the social media was blowing up. All these people, hundreds of thousands of people, were believing him and selling their stuff, giving away their cars, and quitting their jobs and all this because the rapture they believed was going to happen on September 23rd. Well, as you know, it is September 30th. So obviously the rapture did not happen unless all of us have been left behind, including this guy, because he's still here too. So anyway, right after September 23rd, when the rapture didn't happen, he kind of disappeared. And then he just showed up again. Last week, he did an interview show with the CENTWINS. So this is this delightful South African women. They're twin sisters, and they're just awesome. They're sweet, very sweet ladies, wonderful ladies. But they had him back on. They've had him on several times now to explain what happened on September 23rd. So I watched this whole thing. So it's an hour and a half long interview. Very difficult to watch because he's just kind of crazy. But I watched the whole thing so that I could report back to you, what is this guy saying? What kind of excuses is he giving? So I took a couple of little clips out of it. And so I'm going to show you altogether about 2 minutes of clips. And then we're going to talk about it a little bit. So this is from the interview a couple of days ago of Joshua Mhlakela with the CENTWINS. So here he is.
I was asking God, where's your part? I did my part. I delivered the message. Why you didn't rapture the people? And then he said, days from now, I will rapture my church. When he had the date, he delivered it the way it is, but he didn't understand that God was not talking about our current Gregorian calendar, but he was talking about the Julian calendar that Jesus was being used when Jesus was walking on the earth. Okay. In days to come, the people of the world will be surprised. The rapture is still on, people.
All right. Could you understand what he said? His accent is pretty heavy. So anyway, so what he's saying, he is insisting that he was not wrong. He was not wrong. And when Jesus told him September 23rd, he was not talking about the Gregorian calendar that we currently use. He was talking about the Julian calendar that was the calendar that was in use when Jesus was here on the earth. Okay, so according to the Julian calendar, September 23rd is actually 13 days later. So it is on October 6th. So he set another date. So what he's saying now is that Jesus is going to come rapture the church on October the 6th. Okay, so then the CENTWINS started pushing him a little bit and asking him, do you want to apologize to all the people who sold all their stuff? And so I'm going to show you a couple more clips of how he responded when they started asking him questions like that.
People have to believe me. I repeat this. I saw Jesus face to face. There's a narrative out there that it was not the real Jesus. We will see in days to come. We will see in days to come. Those who mock, those who scoff, they themselves have not even surrendered their life to Jesus, so that when the rapture happens, they are not left behind. So my appeal to them is to come to the Lord.
But are you remorseful for the pain and the heartache, that they had gone through? Some people sold their houses, their cars, their valuables, because they just did not see themselves here. And fair enough, because you did guarantee that are you at least sorry for the emotional stress and the pain that they felt in the process and the anguish of just waiting at that moment and nothing is happening?
I wouldn't want to use the word sorry, as if like I have a blame.
Okay, just remorseful. Empathy. Do you have empathy?
I'll make an example. I never told anyone to give away their possessions. In fact, I never even touched the subject.
There you go. Okay, so this guy, so throughout the whole thing, and I didn't show clips of this, but he was rude, he was defiant, he kept telling them to stop interrupting him. He is absolutely has no empathy whatsoever for all these people who believed him. In fact, he is attacking the people, he says, who are mocking him for being wrong, and he says they're not even saved. So this guy is really, really bad news. Okay, and so the really disturbing thing is that even after all of this, how many people are still following this guy and are making videos about, oh no, now it's the Julian calendar. So look, guys, and when I've been talking about him in 2 different podcasts, there were people even watching my podcast who believed this guy. Okay, this guy, he is not a prophet. Okay, you know me, if you follow me, I try to give everybody lots and lots of grace, maybe too much grace sometimes. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I try to be very, very merciful, but I'm not showing mercy to this guy right now. This guy is a false prophet. He is bad news. He's either straight up lying, okay, or he is crazy, or he is, I'm starting to think, maybe demon possessed, okay, or maybe all three. And nobody should be listening to him. Please don't listen to this guy anymore, okay? He's lying, okay? And if you follow me, that I believe in prophecy. I believe in the gift of prophecy. I believe that God uses it to speak to people today. But we must use discernment, okay? We've got to use discernment. And we need to not go crazy about anything that any one human being says, okay? We need to be discerning and have wisdom. Okay, so that's all. I really don't want to talk about this guy anymore. Yeah, exactly, William. And so many people say, Jesus said, okay, he said, nobody knows the date, not even the Son of Man. Okay, only God knows the date. And then later, and then I've had some people argue against that. Well, he didn't know it then because he was on the earth. He was human. Surely he knows it now. Well, then right before he ascended, the disciples started asking him, well, when are you going to come into your kingdom? And which is basically their version of saying, when are you coming back? And Jesus said, that is not for you to know. You be my witnesses now. That's what we're supposed to be doing right now. So anyway, yes, let's stop all of this rapture date setting, okay? All right, so that is all of the news. Here's Lou's news.